Well, hello and welcome to today's Breakfast Bites. I'm Nathan Thomas and I'm joined today by Pete Baker from Life Church Lancashire. Hi, Pete. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. How are you?
Not too bad, actually. Enjoying this gradual transition toward autumn, feeling a certain
Mm,
freshness in the air, although there's been a lot of rain.
mm,
I mean, like just
yeah.
practically drenching the ground. We had one day, it was like literally non-stop rain for about 24 hours or something. It's the kind of rain that you know would just make you soaked through if you stood
Yes.
out too long.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it is nice to enter this new season and yeah, to see the golden leaves and all the rest of it. So yeah, anyway, it's great to see you
It's
again.
great.
We've been working
Good to
through a
see you
series,
too.
haven't we, looking at the Alpha course and the various questions that
Yes.
are asked. And where do you want to go next then?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we're doing the Alpha course. Like this is the little Alpha manual that everybody gets when they do the Alpha course. Yeah. Week one, the big question was, is there more to life than this? Week two, the big question was, who is Jesus? And week three, the big question is, why did Jesus die? Um, and so, yeah, we're doing the Alpha course with various different groups. And it's been really interesting just throwing that question out there and getting people's perspective on why did Jesus die. So of course, some people say the textbook kind of answers, Jesus died for our sins. He died to save us. He died to set us free. Um, he died in our place. He died as a substitute. Yeah, a guy, a great guy who's in recovery from addiction and former homeless, who's become a Christian and God's really done something great in his life. He said he died because he chose to. And I thought that's really powerful. He didn't have to. It was the will of God. But of course, we know in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus prayed this prayer, didn't he? If is there any way this cup can be taken away from me, but not my will, but your will be done. Now that's Jesus' prayer in the garden the night before the crucifixion. And that's a really, for me, there's maybe lots of different perspectives or answers on why did Jesus die. And in the Alpha session, it's a really powerful session. I'd really encourage people to have a look at it because the kind of the topic or the theme it talks about is forgiveness, the power of being forgiven, and kind of the challenge of forgiving other people. And so maybe for people listening to this right now, forgiveness or unforgiveness, bitterness, even hatred of somebody who hurt you, maybe that's an issue right now, an obstacle in your life that's kind of controlling right now. So yeah, I'd really encourage people to kind of look into this idea of forgiveness and unforgiveness and why Jesus died. But think about my friend's answer to that question: why did Jesus die? Because he chose to. I just wanted to um, think about maybe the most famous verse in the Bible. Why did Jesus die? And in the words of Jesus himself, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish, but will have life and life everlasting. Why did Jesus die? For love. Greater love has no one than this, that he laid down his life for his friends. And so today, whoever you are, wherever you are listening to this right now, maybe just hear that message. Why did Jesus die? He died for you. For God so loved the world, massive cosmos, universe. But actually, that means you, your name. You could put your name in that part of the sentence. For God so loved you that he gave his best. He gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him, will not perish, but will have life and life everlasting. And so that's a simple little thought for us today, just maybe to reflect on the most famous verse in the Bible and to ask yourself the question, why did Jesus die? This is at the heart of Christianity. It's the most kind of famous image, icon, the image of the cross. There's all these logos, aren't there? You've got it on your shirt. It's the most famous icon image in the history of mankind, the cross. Why did Jesus die? What does that mean for your life? What does that mean for your day today? The fact that Jesus died, the fact that our sins are forgiven, the fact that God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son for each one of us. Yes, that's my simple little thought today in our little Alpha journey.
Yeah, that's very good. It is an important question, isn't it? And in a way, coming back to what you said about the Lewis trilemma last time,
Mm,
this is actually, it kind of makes a lot of sense of it because if Jesus was in fact one, I mean, what were the three options? He was either
man, God, or God.
That was it. Mad, bad, or God. And if he was mad, or if he was bad and he knew he wasn't really God, would he have really gone to the lengths of actually letting people crucify him? I mean,
Yeah,
you could refer to so many people over the years who've been martyred because of their faith. And you have to ask yourself, if they knew that it wasn't true, would they really be willing
yeah,
to give up their lives for it like that? You know, they have to believe in
yeah.
it wholeheartedly to allow that kind of suffering to continue,
Mm,
and it does make you think, doesn't it? It is
it
an important
does. Yeah,
question. Why did he die? And that answer,
yeah.
that verse, it's quite a well-known verse, I think. I mean, you see it all over the place on caps, on
Mm,
t-shirts, on big banners. It's a very well-known one.
yeah,
J316. I've seen it often
yeah,
sort of shortened to, but it is very well known,
yeah.
and it really sums
Mm.
up the gospel.
It does. Exactly. It does. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So something for us to ponder on today.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Pete. It's been a pleasure as always.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest of your week.
Bless you. Thank you so much. Bless you. Bye.
Did you know that at Pure 24/7 Radio we also offer advertising? Advertising really does work. Let's face it, you're listening to this. Want to know more? Well, just go to pure247radio.org, pure247radio.org/advertising, and you can get everything you want and more there.